before we get off Warrior, there was rumors, and I didn't bring this up to you the other day. There was rumors that there was going to be a TV show about this, and Frank Grillo showed interest in it. There's any truth in it?
Yeah. So I had gotten approached over the years from Lionsgate, who basically destroyed my movie, and asking me because the marketing was just a fucking disaster. But they had been calling me over for years saying, look, and someone came in to pitch a TV idea for Warrior, would you entertain that? And I just always said no. I said, I'm not interested. But over COVID, in 2020, the world stopped.
Yeah.
Bonkersville, when that was going on. And I got a call again. And for whatever reason, I said, all right, I'm open to listening to the idea. And this guy pitched me an idea for the series, which, to be honest with you, I didn't really respond to, except he had in the pitch using Sparta as sort of the spine of the show, and you have these characters that all face each other in Sparta. And then my response was like, well, who are the characters? What's the life fight? And he didn't have a lot of answers for all that, but that was like right before Christmas. So it kind of infected me, and I started thinking about it. And then I got back on the phone with those guys, and the guy who pitched it to me, his name is Adair Cole, and he's a really good guy. And so I said, look, let's just start figuring out who the characters are. And bottom line is, it's about the life fight. If you don't invest the audience in the life fight outside of the cage, no one gives a shit, right? Why do we love Rocky? What was Rocky? Rocky had a life fight. You got to invest in the life fight, just like in Warrior.
Yeah.
So we came up with. So basically, the design of the show is, I have a guy who I have a twin brother and sister who sort of divorced in their business or in the real estate business because the guy's passionate about MMA. He was a wrestler in college, and so he buys Sparta. From Mike, I played the guy in the movie. That was me who owned Sparta.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the only reason I did that is because I know Charles Mask Lewis.
Yes.
Tap out.
Yes. Unfortunately,
and just as we started shooting, Charles got in the car accident and died.
Yeah.
And Charles was playing that role.
Oh, that's wild. Was he?
Yeah. So
Oh wow. Was he going to be Charles or was he going to be Mask?
He was going to be Mask. He was going to play himself, but he bought Sparta, and I was going to put him in, and he has his own promotion. That's what we were going to do. And but then Charles, tragically passed away, and we became really good friends. We were actually going to start a line of clothes outside of Tap Out, integrating it into the movie and all that stuff. But in any event, so he passed. So I didn't have a lot of time to cast it, and everyone kept saying just in honor of Charles. When Charles got cremated, I had his ashes with me literally every day, shooting it all the way until the premiere of the movie when I saw you. I think you just got married then, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
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 That was, I had him with me the whole time. But anyway, getting back to the TV show. So the idea is you have the promoter, and then you have who buys Sparta, and then I have two women and two men, and I get you hooked into their lives, their life fight.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get into the tournament, and then the same thing. I'm going to challenge the audience. Which guy do you like? Which girl do you like? Whose life fight are you in? And who are you rooting for as they get into this tournament? So that's what I'm doing with the show. I sold it to. I pitched it and sold it to Paramount. We had a bunch of offers, and I went to Paramount Plus because they were the most passionate.
Yeah.
But to give you a sense of how fickle this industry is, the passion after years, they were like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Now,
so I was like, what the fuck? So then I moved this to HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because at this point, Adair and I had written a script. So now I had a script. And I'm really, really happy with it. It's the setup of everything with the show. And then we got it to HBO Max. They wanted it. They bought it. At this point, I was just starting to prep Accountant 2. And then by the time by the time it finished through the accountant too, they were like, I don't know if this is really going to fit into our programming for streaming. I was like, I mean, you know,
so is it dead in the water, or could it possibly?
No. So now, you know, the movie comes out tomorrow, and then I'm refocused on. I have to find a right home for it, and it is my passion.
Yeah.
It's my passion project, and I will say this: I promise you, I'm gonna kill this show. I'm gonna fucking make such a great television show with this thing. I know it in my bones.
Now, would there be a world that Joel and Tom Hardy would come back for cameos in this? Or no. All right, listen, now who needs them? I'm talking about.